Sodexo Dining Services at Rogers State University is a gathering place to please your palate and to meet friends or make new ones. Sodexo will also cater your special event for the campus or the community.
Thanks, guys. We are back in the kitchen, and I am here with Chef Valarie Carter of Edible Tulsa, a brand new local foodie magazine.
Food and Farm magazine. It'll cover green country. There are edibles all over the United States and Canada, so all of North America. But this is the first time that there'll be an edible in Tulsa.
And so lots of great foodie recipe ideas there. What are you cooking in the kitchen with us today?
Today we're doing a chili verde, which verde, green.
Right.
Okay, so it's a little spicy. We've got some poblanos, some jalapenos, but especially some hatch pepper. So it's a mild green chili.
So we've got, talk to me about all of this prettiness here.
Okay, so we have, these are poblanos. These are hatch chilies. They're the very mild ones. And then the base of it all is going to be these tomatillos. And so tomatillos, they come in a little crispy husk, and you pull that off, rinse it, and then I like to just slice them in half. And
you're going to roast these.
So all this is going to get roasted along with garlic, yeah.
Love garlic.
Yeah.
All right, now I didn't snoop enough here. You left the seeds and the membranes and everything in here?
I did, but whenever they're roasted and the skin gets loose enough to pull off, I'll pull off the seeds that I can, but I don't like to rinse them because I don't like the oils that come out when it's roasting to get rinsed away in the water. So I leave those on and pull a little of the skin off, and if a few seeds get in there, then no big deal.
All right, so we pop this into the oven.
Okay.
I heard the word pork.
We're having pork.
Yay! We love pork. we're a porky kind of crowd around here. So you've browned, cubed
pork. And so for this application, when you're going to do a stew, you want to use something that's a little tougher. It's going to have a little more connective tissue, means it's going to have a little bit more flavor. So you could do a pork loin if you're really trying to save on those calories and fat, but I'm going to go with something like a shoulder or a butt because it's just going to have more flavor. It's going to pull apart and be very tender.
But you're going to need to give it the time to cook, right?
You're going to need to give it some time to cook, but really, with all of them, you're going to have to do that.
Right.
So yeah, slow and low heat when you're doing a stew or a braise, and that's going to give it time to. It's going to give it a little love, and it's going to fall apart and be very juicy and delicious.
All right. So what is going to go in here with this piggy love?
Okay. So we have our pig love all browned. I'm going to grab the roasted vegetables out of the oven.
You ladies all like piggy love, yes? With a little heat. Look at that magic.
It's total magic.
It is total magic. Oh, you've got a spot for it right there.
Okay. And all of this is going to go into the blender. And if we had lots and lots of time and I had particularly calloused hands, we would pull all of the skins off of here and all the stems, but it's all going into the blender.
And you can, of course, let this cool a little bit at home.
Yeah. Ideally, you're going to cover this with some plastic and let the skins steam. They become very tender. You can pull those off easily, discard the seeds and the stem, but we are just going to put these in here.
And this is a recipe you cook at home for your family?
I do. It's totally easy. It freezes very well. A little sour cream and avocado so that the kids can eat it a little bit better so that it's not quite so spicy.
I say, you've got two little ones. I'm impressed that you've got them eating chili verde.
Yeah, on Tuesdays. Okay, and the tomatillas, it is not necessary, or even, you wouldn't even be able to pull off the skins on those. So you just want those to go right into the blender.
And that little bit of char is just
it's totally what you're looking for.
Flavor.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put a little bit of oregano in there.
Very nice.
And a little bit of sage, just a little bit. You're not going to be able, it's not going to taste like your Thanksgiving dressing. It's just going to be a really subtle, sagey flavor.
Well, and you're using the dried herbs, so you have to be careful, with that concentrated oil in there.
And then we're going to do about 2 big tablespoons. Sure, we are.
That's what it was.
Now we are. Now we're going to do 2 big tablespoons of cumin.
I can smell that from here.
Or cumin, or camino, or whatever you call it.
That yummy stuff that goes in chili verde?
That's right.
Pulse that. Now and so you're just going to paste that up before you add your...
I'm going to add a little bit of stock just to loosen it a little bit. So this is just some chicken stock. And so super easy. It's going right into the pork. And then in with the rest of the stock.
And how long is that going to need to simmer once?
This is going to need to simmer about an hour and a half to 2 hours. So you're just going to want to give it a little taste, and obviously it'll be totally done by then. Make sure that it's tender and everybody can chew it just fine. So once it's simmered for 2 hours, we're going to go ahead and add in the hominy and some white beans. And we did navy beans today, but you could totally do northern beans or cannellini beans or any kind of white bean. You could totally do black beans, but I just thought the white beans would look prettier in this particular dish. Season it with a little salt and pepper, you're good to go. And we like to serve it over some rice, or you could do quinoa, you could do rice, you could do any kind of starch you wanted to. And that makes it more of a stew to me, to put it over that.
Right, so you know, if like you were going to do a gumbo or something, you would serve that.
Right.
You're going to ladle that over there, keep it nice and chunky.
Right.
And then you're going to garnish this. We've got a beautiful plate all ready to go already, and you've got that nice texture in there. You can see that hominy. You've got sour cream.
Right. That's going to cut the heat a little bit because those chilies are so spicy.
And avocado, because
same thing.
Who doesn't love avocado?
Right.
And fresh cilantro.
Right.
That's great. And you said that you freeze this.
Yeah, you easily can freeze this. It's not going to take away from the quality of the end product at all to do that.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So hang on to this recipe, ladies. This smells divine. I think I'm going to have to go share with our hosts. But thank you so much to Chef Valarie for joining us today and sharing this wonderful recipe.
Thank you.